Welcome back to another episode of the Taking the Lead Media Podcast, broadcasting from the island of Oahu. My name is Onofre, and welcome to episode 153. Welcome back to the show after an unplanned extended break of the podcast. It's been a whirlwind of events since the last episode, but I'm still here, healthy and safe, and I hope you are all safe and healthy as well. This is an extra special episode because this is the birthday episode of this podcast. It turns 10 this year. Actually, it did back in June. So first, I just want to say a big thank you to anyone who has ever taken the time to listen to this podcast, to all the bands, musicians, label heads who've been on the show, replied to an email, sent me music. Thank you. Thank you to anyone who has sent me a message or interacted with me on social media. Thank you, and thanks for reaching out and for listening. Since starting this podcast back in 2010, I would release a yearly top 25 list of favorite albums of that particular year. So on this episode, I'll be playing a track from each album that made the number one spot from the last 10 years. So at the beginning of the show, you heard the band Journal with the title track to their debut album, Unlorja. That album also turns 10 this year. Unlorja is just a mashup of the word journal. That album features 12 songs of finely crafted technical mathcore and grindcore tunes. Very epic songs. The members of Journal know how to write dope riffs and really cool fantasy adventure stories to go along with it. And another cool creative take on this album is that Journal had 3 different singers on the album to take care of screams and clean vocals. Journal didn't have a permanent singer at the time, and I think they still don't, so I dug their approach to this album, and it sounds great. If you're able to check out the rest of the album, you can hear their influence from early retro video games. And I don't mean to say that they use synthesizers, just lots of high-end sounding guitar work. I first heard about Journal, believe it or not, through Interpunk, that online music store. That was an outlet that introduced me to a lot of unknown indie bands. In 2007, Journal released their first EP, Casualties of War, which I considered at the time just an intense mashup of mathcore and metal. Very intense, very experimental sounding. And 3 years later, I pick up a copy of the compilation The Apparatus, Mecha Organa, featuring a ton of grindcore, metalcore, prog metal bands, and Journal happened to be on it with an early version of the song, Conducting with Passion from the Grave. Journal would then again release new material on a second album, Chrysalis or Dahlias. This time they released a 160-page book to go along with the album, and this was in 2018. Both their full lengths also have instrumental versions of the albums, and both albums and their EP are available to stream on Bandcamp. The following year, I gave my favorite release of 2011 to a local band from here in Hawaii, the Pettyfords. They are a 4-piece pop-punk band with only one album, called Aloha Means Goodbye, that was released through Wo'o Records. They also have a couple EPs, one live album, and maybe a split or two. But the last thing they released was the Domesticated EP in 2011. I heard that they were playing shows again since a breakup maybe in the early 2000s. They were playing shows again, and they had new songs. The songs on this EP are a bit more mature sounding than their previous works. An obvious change is the voices. Not as high as before. The songs are more rock based too. They slow down a bit, but the vocal harmonies and catchy hooks remain. Will always be a fan of this band, even though I've never had the good fortune to actually see them live. Thank God for YouTube though. I'm glad they did release this last batch of songs before laying the band to rest. They were a pretty important band to me throughout high school. And I also get to say that I actually chatted with, I think it was either Derek or Jeremy on Napster. And I knew it was one of them because their screen name was like AC Slater or something. But thanks for not giving me any grief for downloading your music. I can tell you though, I did buy Aloha Means Goodbye twice. The track I'll be playing is the opener to the Domesticated EP. The song is Only the Good Die Young. And this is the Pettyfords here on the Taking the Lead Media Podcast.
Family, taking myself deeper. The more I move around, gravity keeps getting steeper. Till I'm 6 feet in the ground. Only the good die young. She says to me that night, traveling through my head, just gotta run faster, 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 faster. Faster, 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 faster.
So that was the Knumbskulls with the track Bad Day Gone Good off of the band's first album, Songs of Yesterday. Originally released back in 98, July 4th, 1998 to be exact, or that was the date of the CD release show. The album was re-released through Hawaiian Express Records in 2012 with an additional track. And it's a great album of punk, sort of punk ska crust kind of tone, with no horns or anything like that. I was at the CD release show back in 98, my first local show actually. And it was at a place called the Seatbelt Theater. And if you're from the island, it's in the Dillingham area. A small warehouse spot. I'm not sure if it exists anymore. And what's funny is that at that show, a new singer was introduced. Different from the singer on the album. The singer stuck with the band until its final show this year in 2020. And I think it was the band's last show back in February. Another side note, I've heard every song on this album live at one point. I've only seen the band maybe 4 or 5 times ever, but I never got to hear this song live, Bad Day Gone Good. And that's why I played the track. It's one of my favorites of the band. And what stood out about this song to me is that it told me that it was okay to not have to do drugs or drink beer at a show. Or it means to have fun at the show. You know, it should be all about the music, especially at an all ages show. I love this album to death. It's still relevant sounding, it holds up, and I think it's one of the more important albums to be released here in Hawaii's punk scene. Up next, I'll be playing a track from Big D and the Kids Table. I've been listening to the Big D since about 2005. The song that introduced me to the band was their cover of Once in a While on the Rocky Horror Punk Rock Show compilation released in 2003. And at that point, I think the band was approaching their 10-year mark of existence. How It Goes is a solid, straight-up ska punk album. 2007 Strictly Rude incorporated some rude sounds, but they still kept that upbeat flair. In 2009, they released Fluent and Stroll, Stroll being the sound and genre coined by the band. A sound that incorporates parts of ska, reggae, two-tone, soul, a bit of swing in there. Not necessarily big band stuff, but I feel this Stroll sound is a bit characteristic of some swing. It's also been described as hopscotch, double dutch, which might be in reference to maybe tempo. If you check out the Doped Up Dollies music video for Me, Fireman, and Lion, they're doing hopscotch right in the beginning of the video. And of course, a lot of the Stroll songs features vocals with the Doped Up Dollies. In 2011, Big D released For the Damned, the Dumb, and the Delirious, revisiting the band's early sounds of punk and ska. But it was also the album where the band got help from friends in regards to getting the album recorded. Either they had no budget or it was very limited. Then in 2013, Big D went to Kickstarter and completed a successful campaign that saw the release of 2 new albums that year, Stomp and Stroll. It's considered 2 separate albums, not just one double album. Of course, my favorite of the 2 is Stroll. I love Fluent and Stroll, and Big D brought it back with an even bigger sound on Stroll. My favorite song of Big D is Once in a While, and it's not even an original. So when I heard Trust in Music, the closing track on Stroll, that became my favorite original Big D song. And it's a lengthy one too, just over 7 minutes long. The horn players get to have solos, lots of reverb in the vocals, and the bass guitar drives the whole song. It's an excellent track, and if there was one song to define this band, it would be this one. So once again, this is Big D and the Kids Table off of my favorite album of 2013, Stroll. My favorite Big D song, this is called Trust in Music.
Trust.
up next I'll be playing a track from Reagan. They are a super group of sorts, which includes members of Municipal Waste, Cannabis Corpse, and Darkest Hour. And this was another band that I discovered through, thanks in part to Interpunk. Picked up Worse Than Dead through that site. It's a very solid record. It had the right amount of thrash and punk that I was hoping for. And then they followed up with their split with Exhumed. And I love every bit of that split. Both sides, of course, yeah. And then in 2014, they signed with Relapse and released The Tyranny of Will. What I loved about this album more than anything else in 2014 is the sound. I love Iron Reagan's sound, their songwriting. It's described as crossover thrash. I didn't know that was a thing until like just recently. And it's one part thrash metal, one part hardcore punk, which is dope. I absolutely love it. And also, Worse Than Dead had 19 songs on it. This album came with 24 new tracks. So for 2014, my favorite album of that year, Tyranny of Will by Iron Reagan. This song is titled Nameless.
Kansas City, hi. I know the bar is a delicious place, but sometimes a live concert is just as intoxicating.
Brainwash you to wear bombs and to attack. Brainwash you to wear bombs and to attack. You have to know who I think is right. To murder hope people to end their lives. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still scared, but I've got courage to be. And one day free. Now my heart is scared of the person that I see.
Alright, that was Senses Fail with the track Carry the Weight off of the album Pull the Thorns from Your Heart. This album is heavy, but it's like a different kind of heavy. Like more hardcore sounding, and arguably their best because it feels so mature and progressive musically. And I mean, it's unlike any other album Senses Fail have released at the time. You know, it's very different. They've gone outside the box with this album, and they released an album that's honest and fresh. I hope they get to play more songs from this album live when it's safe to do so. Up next is a track from The Sundays, and that's The Sundays, 2 words. They are an indie pop band from Sweden. They released an album in 2015 simply titled Album, and I guess they got some airplay in the States. I first heard them from KEXP, and for me it was an instant love for the band after that. Run for Cover Records re-released the album on wax in 2016. I found a copy of it 4 years later. It's a solid record. If someone wanted a definition of indie pop, I say just listen to The Sundays. Also, if you look up The Sundays on Wikipedia, they mention this podcast in the reception write-up. No links provided, but it's this podcast for sure. Thanks for that. The track I'll be playing is titled Come Have Me Over. The album is titled Album, and this is The Sundays here on the Taking the Lead Media Podcast.
I'm not sure of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rip my clothes off right up right now.
Alright, that was the band Vultures United with the track Tiger Lily. The album is titled I Still Feel Cold. It's a double album, 2 concepts, the first half titled Memory Loss and the other half titled Adulthood. The song Tiger Lily is on the second half of the album, and I had exchanged emails with Jordan, the singer of the band, around the time they were releasing their Girls EP. And Jordan mentioned that the next original Vultures release would be a double concept album of sorts, and he pulled through. This double album is 30 songs of post-punk and hardcore, ranging in theme and sound. And I think the performers on the album too changed before the album was even released. I interviewed Jordan the year this album came out, 2017, and it was a chat I was looking forward to most out of the interviews I had done up to that point. I'm a big fan of the band. I released that episode that year, sent a link to Jordan so that he could check it out. I don't ask my guests to promote the show, that's their call. The way I see it, they've already given me their time, so to have a chat with me on their day off, from their families and work, all for free, I'm very thankful for that. And to my surprise, earlier this year, Jordan mentions me in an Instagram post and shares the link to the interview we did, and had some very kind words to say about the episode. So thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. Listen to the interview. We go in depth about some key tracks on the album and the state of the band. Again, this was 3 years ago. It's episode 109 if you want to check it out. It's on the website, takingtheleadmedia.com. All right, up next is another track from Senses Fail. In 2018, they released If There's Light, It Will Find You. This album is by far the band's poppiest album. Let It Enfold You is heavier than this one, but I think if you took out all the heavy parts of that album, you would have If There's Light. It's not a bad Senses Fail album. I mean, it was my favorite of 2018. It's different, but not entirely. I think what makes this stand out more is that it was written entirely by Buddy. He also did guitar work on the recordings too. Dan Trapp, the original drummer for Senses Fail, performed drums on this album, which is a treat. I think this time around, Buddy is in a good place. But he still touched based on, personal matters, how to deal with it, and his overall current state of emotions. This was also the year I got to see Senses Fail for the first time ever, live, and it was excellent. It was perfect timing. I was visiting family in Las Vegas during spring break in 2018, and Senses Fail happened to be making a stop there, along with Reggie and the Full Effect. The songs are just gold on this album. I'm happy that Senses Fail continue to write music, release music, and when it's safe, hopefully go back to touring. I'll be playing my favorite track on the album, Is It Gonna Be the Year? The album is titled If There Is Light, It Will Find You. This is Senses Fail.
When everyone I know gave up a long time ago.
right, before I get to the last track, some social media drops. Be sure to check out this podcast website, takingtheleadmedia.com. Check out the site for past episodes, links to respective bands on today's episode, timestamps, and the occasional album review. The podcast is also on YouTube, search Taking the Lead Media, and on Tumblr at oneshotsideshow.tumblr.com. Do check out the podcast on iTunes if you haven't already, and hit that subscribe button too. If you got time to spare, please do leave a review and star rating for the show. Help the podcast climb the charts, and suggest any improvements with the show. And also do recommend the show to a friend. They may just find their new favorite band on a future episode. Hit me up on Twitter at TTLM Podcast. Love their interactions on there. Please send love, hate, comments, questions, music submissions, recommendations, and any other general correspondence to my email, takingtheleadmedia@gmail.com. All right, the last track of this episode goes to my favorite album of 2019, Turn to Dust by Skullcrack. I first heard about this band because of Vultures United, actually. The guitar player for Vultures United at the time, a dude named Eddie. I think he mentioned in an interview he did what other projects he performed in, and Skullcrack was one of them. And I believe he also plays guitar in Antichrist Demon Core, or AC/DC. Skullcrack are a solid band. The guitars and bass are sick, the drums are tight, and the vocals are dope. And they know how to party too. From live sets I've seen online, they can drink and play their instruments at the same time. They don't skip a beat. That's how good they are. The band have 2 EPs out, Cut It Down and Full Blast, both released independently. Turn to Dust is their debut record, full length, released through Indecision Records. And it's available on some sick color vinyl, blue, green, and purple. I love this album because of the sound. It's that crossover thrash. One part thrash metal, one part hardcore punk. And the songs on this album are consistently fast and aggressive. It's dope. I'm going to play the title track, which is the closing track on the album, and also the longest one too, clocking in at a quick 2 minutes. And it's a blast from start to finish, and I hope they continue to make music. The title track is Turn to Dust, my favorite album of 2019, and this is Skullcrack. Once again, my name is Onofre, and I'll be signing off until the next Taking the Lead Media podcast. I hope you'll continue to be safe and healthy. 2020 has been a wild year so far. Most of it's been good for me, and I'm grateful, and I hope the same goes for you too. Hope you enjoyed this 10-year birthday episode. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you'll stick around. Here's to 10 more years. Thanks for listening.